Surveillance video captures the suspects patiently waiting for their selected target. The moment the victim's vehicle approaches, they move in. These types of vehicles are often targeted in South Africa, so it's best to avoid known hijacking hotspots. Watch how these robbers get completely outsmarted by this young woman. This incident took place in Johannesburg. Moments after being dropped off by an Uber, this young woman was about to face something truly terrifying. Another vehicle can be seen approaching, and what happens next shows just how dangerous things can get in South Africa. The footage shows two men exiting the car and heading directly for the young woman. From another angle, the footage captures the moment the young girl steps out of the car. Fortunately, the young woman was alert and reacted quickly. She rushed inside the building and escaped unharmed. Watch how this Uber driver in South Africa finds himself in a truly terrifying situation.
The
robbers can be heard demanding money from the driver, but he tries to explain that he doesn't have any. Their reaction makes it clear that's not what they wanted to hear. The man sitting in the back seat steps out, taking matters into his own hands as he searches the driver. This happened in broad daylight. In South Africa, there are certain areas where Uber drivers avoid going. They're often targeted by criminals. This video serves as a reminder of why it's so important to stay vigilant in South Africa. The footage shows a man walking toward a delivery driver on a motorcycle. He hesitates for a moment, and what happens next leaves everyone in shock. A dash cam records a terrifying scene, a truck hijacking in broad daylight on the streets of South Africa. The truck driver can be seen patiently waiting for his colleagues who are still inside the building, making a delivery. Out of nowhere, a man jumps into the parked truck and seizes the driver's arm, catching him completely off guard.
That's fine, you can take anything you want. I'll sit inside me, so I don't want to let you in. Okay, I'll phone you. Hello. Move this side, come this side, move. Move. I'm not going to let you. Take everything you want. Just come this side. Don't worry. What do you have in there? In the bed. My stuff is in. What's in there? What for you? How much? Don't worry. Let me give you this. I'll shoot you in the head. Yeah, don't worry.
More robbers climbed into the truck, grabbed the driver's cell phone, and took control of the vehicle. This video shows why it's crucial to leave enough space between cars at night. That extra distance can save you from a possible attack. A group of men suddenly crossed a busy intersection, going straight for cars stopped at the red light. What followed was truly shocking. They managed to grab what appears to be a handbag from the first car, then quickly moved on to the second vehicle. These robbers often target women or anyone driving alone in South Africa. Watch how a group of armed robbers boldly went after a motorist carrying cash in the heart of Johannesburg. When they heard gunfire, the occupants rushed out of the car and ran off, leaving the cash behind. The robbers took the money the driver was carrying, and in South Africa, cases like this often involve inside help from bank employees. Watch how these thieves snatch a phone from an unsuspecting victim. A white vehicle approaches a stop sign. Behind a nearby tree, a man walks toward a woman in an orange top, completely unaware of what's about to happen. In moments like this, bystanders can only watch. These criminals know exactly how to escape after the snatch, making it difficult to stop them. Fortunately, the woman wasn't hurt. A businessman in South Africa was targeted in broad daylight. 4 suspects step out of the vehicle and walk straight toward the businessman. It's clear they had been monitoring his movements closely. After taking the car keys, one suspect runs toward the victim's vehicle. It becomes clear that a hijacking is underway. They even demanded his cell phone, and with assault rifles in their hands, saying no was not an option. They quickly reversed the car but seemed to struggle to control it. Realizing they were running out of time, one of them switched drivers. This kind of vehicle is a common target for criminals across South Africa. Another businessman was targeted in East London, South Africa. Pramesh Hookah, the owner of Auto Styling, was kidnapped while closing his business, at a time when kidnappings were on the rise in East London. An Uber driver was targeted in South Africa. The entire incident captured on dash cam. The driver's instincts told him something wasn't right. He touched his seatbelt, ready for anything. Until he heard the suspect calling his mother, he let his guard down. And that was his biggest mistake. He was about to face a truly terrifying situation. Suddenly, the suspect pulls a taser and attacks the driver, while his accomplice snatches the cell phone. They pulled the driver out and tried to take the car, but their plan failed. Luckily, the driver escaped without injury. This happened in El Dorado Park, an area where many Uber drivers face similar risks. A thug attacked a woman carrying a baby on her back in broad daylight in South Africa. The video captures a man in a red top trailing a woman who seems nervous, possibly realizing he's following her. On a quiet afternoon in this peaceful suburb, he thought he had found an easy target. Moments later, a car drives slowly around the corner, seemingly waiting to pick up the suspect after the robbery. Realizing he was running out of time, he decided to make a move. The residents quickly responded to the noise, forcing the robber to flee empty-handed. Thankfully, both the mother and her baby escaped unharmed. In this clip, the robbers move in swiftly, hijacking the driver moments after he arrives, before he could even make it inside the property. A car comes from behind at high speed and stops suddenly. 3 men jump out, and one runs straight to the driver's side. The security officer can be seen running off, likely to alert the police, and that's the right move. In moments like these, trying to be a hero can make things worse. His job is access control, ensuring only the right people enter or leave the property. Opening the gate without confirming it's safe could expose other tenants to serious danger. A delivery driver in Johannesburg found himself the victim of a brazen attack. This kind of setup is common in South Africa. The robbers placed the order themselves using a nearby address. They stole his phone and delivery bike, leaving him shaken but unharmed. This final video is a reminder of why it's so important to always stay aware of your surroundings. Surveillance footage shows a man at a filling station approaching a white SUV as the petrol attendant busy filling the tank. While the driver is busy on his phone, he remains unaware that trouble is approaching. In a split second, before the driver could react, the suspect snatched his cell phone. The getaway car was already waiting.